Okay, let's get our first super chat of the day. Let's get our first gifted sub of the day. Let me tell you, on Kick, support has dwindled massively. Okay? Why is support dwindled? Because all of the casino simps ran back to the casino to suck on their dicks all day instead of actually watching meaningful content. I can't stop that. Okay? I can't. Literally a bunch of people who just do whatever they're told, have no independent thought whatsoever, and would rather watch two life losers sitting there ringing dinner bells and screaming about drama than actual like gameplay content or just hanging out having a good time. You know, so you know what? More power to them, but that was just a lot of people who were here and were supporting the Kick channel, and they're gone. And they're not going to come back. You have to understand that, right? I really wish that more people would be open-minded and say, you know, I can like this, but I can also like this. I don't have to only like one or the other or like this because I'm told by this group to like this. You can have a brain. You can be independent. You can think for yourself and you can support what you like. But sadly, a lot of people just aren't like that. They just want to be led in life like sheep through a pasture by a fucking herder. That's all they want, to be told what to do. Please tell me how to live, right? So the Kick support has dwindled massively. All right. It would be great if today we could get some support on Kick. It is the final day of the month, so it would count and I would, get credit for it right away. All right. Please consider becoming a sub or gifting some subs over on Kick if you like the content and you like the fact that I stream there, despite the fact that most of the support has left. Okay.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
So, thank you in advance. But like I said, let's get our first super chat of the day. Let's get our first member of the day. We haven't gotten any of those right now, and I would appreciate that support. Okay? All right. I was trying to read what a bunch of idiots were saying on Kick, and I banned a bunch of morons. Because here's the thing. A lot of people seem to think that because content is meaningful, because content is positive, it can't be entertaining. That's completely false. Would I be successful if people didn't find my content entertaining? No. Here's the difference. There's a lot more younger, immature, very disrespectful, very immoral people on this planet than there are people who are older, more mature, more positive, and who actually want to do something meaningful with their time. Get it? I know, because I used to be like that too when I was young. I was an idiot, and I constantly thought about trolling and hating on this person and dumping on this person and bullying people. And I've grown out of that because I'm now an older, more mature person who understands what's actually valuable in life. When you're young, you don't see that. Get it? You don't. You just think that everything's fine. Who cares about the consequences? No morals, no values. Get by any means necessary. Grab that bag no matter who gets hurt. Step on everyone. Keep going forward. And as long as you make out and you get a profit, who gives a shit about anything else? That's Kino Casino. Want to know how I know that? Because that's what PPP said to me. Literally word for word. He said, all of your supporters are basically just disposable people. You're not their friends. They're not your friends. You don't have to ever care about them. All they are a way to fill your pockets. They're your whales. They're your funding. That's it. And you just step on them and you keep going. That's how they operate over there. That's not me. That's never going to be me. Because that's not who I am as a person. That's not who I am as a creator. So when everyone looks at me and laughs at me and says, oh, your content isn't successful because it's not entertaining, I say, actually, my content is entertaining, but it's just too fucking smart for you, you dunce mouth jeweler. You'd rather go to a channel with a big overweight dude screaming at the top of his lungs, literally ringing a dinner bell. Okay? Something that you would attract small children in a field. Hey, it's dinner time, everyone. Right? This is what he does. And he sits there bullying people on the internet who don't know who they are, who don't have anything to do with them, but they just sit there bullying them all day for personal gain. And the people who watch the content eat it up because they're mentally deficient. That's the kind of people who enjoy that content. Mentally deficient people who have no morals, no values, don't realize what they're doing, not only is incredibly harmful to people, but also a waste of your time. That's what you don't get. If I can make a living doing positive content that doesn't hurt anyone, then that is infinitely more meaningful to this planet and to humanity as a whole than someone who got a laugh and got a bunch of money, but they hurt people to do it. Don't you see the difference? And the thing is, many of you won't. You're going to get older one day, and you're going to hit an age where you're going to realize time is limited, time is valuable. Every moment that you have, every breath that you take is one less that you have on this planet, and eventually you're going to run out of time. And when you get to that age and you start to see mortality, you start to see the human condition around you. Your family members are getting older and getting sick and starting to pass away. And people who you used to idolize are no longer with you. And, beloved things of your life are changing for the worse. And you see all this happening around you. When you're not in your 20s and you think that the sky is the limit and who cares who you hurt, your whole mindset will change. Because that's exactly what happened to me. 100%. I changed as a person. I became a better individual. Now I don't want to be associated with toxic, hateful stuff. I don't. I just want to be me. All right? And so it's sad because there's so many people on the internet, all right, that just don't get it. They just think that, everything is just, I'm going to live forever and everything's fine, hurt everyone, bully everyone. Oh, it's so funny. It's not. The only people who think it's funny are dumb people. But let's be honest, there's tons of dumb people. Why do you think there's so many popular morons on this planet? The fucking Paul brothers, are you kidding me? Why would anyone ever listen to a word they ever said? Because they're dumb too. But that's the human condition, right? So as I get older and I get wiser and I look at the whole situation, it's just a shame. All right? It is. But that's what I mean. Like, I feel like what's going to happen is what happens all the time. People will get older and realize, oh, crap. Well, I wasted all this time and, people tried to warn me and people tried to tell me, but I didn't listen because I was young and I can't possibly be wrong in what I'm doing. I'm smarter than everyone and I know better. And you get older and you realize you just weren't that smart and you weren't that wise and you were an idiot. I look back at my days in the Street Fighter community when I was a troll in that community and how bad I was to everyone in it and how I regret that now, but I can't go back and change it. Now it's a whole new generation, only you're not even doing it in person. You're doing it on the internet. You're hiding behind a computer like a pussy, making fun of someone from across the world, ringing your fucking dinner bell like the Pied Piper of retards, bringing them all to the table to throw you money. It's just disgusting. Okay, it is. It's fucked up. So anyway, I realize that's what's going on the kick side of things. Most people who are watching me on the kick side of things were casino viewers. And now that the casino is so anti-DSP, right? Why? Because I dared to tell them, no, I'm not going to do your garbage drama content. I'm not going to have Steve Cambion from fucking Truth Seekers be my evil villain co-part, and we're going to do gaming challenges against each other. What the fuck are you talking about? It sounds like something a 4-year-old came up with, and this is what you want me to do, and you're forcing me to do, because I don't want to do it, but you're still having me do it anyway. So I got the fuck out of there. I cut the cord. They can't stand that because they wanted to be in power. Get it? They wanted to be the power in the situation. They thought that they were going to be the puppet masters controlling this weird Lolcow universe, trying to copy what Keemstar has done with his content. That's exactly what PPP wanted. He wanted to have his own Lolcow universe. And it's never going to work because people don't want to work like that. People don't want to be PPP's puppet. It's just ridiculous. And I got out of there, and that's why they hate me. So they're going to sit there and they're going to dump on me every day, and I don't give a shit. All right? I haven't seen a single piece of it. I don't even know what they're saying. I don't care. But it's a shame that people can't judge for themselves and say, hey, well, Phil is completely different. That's why he left. That's why he did what he did. Well, I was watching his content, and actually it was pretty good. Or maybe you just, you thought it was something different. And you like to stick around and hang out and support it. But I'm seeing more and more, I'm getting lots of support on the YouTube side, which I very much appreciate. It's keeping me afloat. It's keeping stuff going well. I'm hitting my goals. But on the Kick side, stuff is just completely dwindling. And it's sad because I worked hard to make that co-streaming work. I've implemented all these changes. I want the Kick stuff to work. And I feel like the more that I work at it, and if I keep trying to persevere and stream on Kick, that things will grow and get better, but it's just a bunch of time and effort. And that's the sad fact, is things take time. There was a temporary insane boost because of the casino stuff, and now that that's over, now it's going to take a lot of time and dedication and work to make it work on another platform. For those who are still here, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. But man, it would be great if you could actually support, because I was getting tons of support from Kick every month, and it looks like pretty much overnight it's gone. And there's nothing I can really do about that. Right? It's not in my control. It was a distinct decision by PPP to do what he did. It was always his plan. Everyone knows that. It was always his plan that he was going to turn on me. He was either going to fully control me and use me for personal gain, despite the fact that I didn't want to do that kind of content, or he was going to turn on me to get personal gain. So it was either personal gain via this way that hurts Phil, or personal gain via this way that hurts Phil. That was his plan all along, because he had no creativity in his fucking brain. He has none. He couldn't think of any good ideas. Just nothing up there. Vapid hay. So, it is what it is. So, we've got NVL Roy with our first super chat of the day, $2. King Phil, the casino's overrated. I told you guys since day one. Did I not say this? I said, I can't stand it. I went over there, and even when I was a guest, I could stand it for maybe an hour. But after that, it just gives me a fucking headache. It's just the same tired formula. Find someone on the internet that people call a lolcow. Make fun of what they do. Scream at the top of your lungs. Ring a bell. Play a slide flute. Laugh maniacally. Okay, on to the next one. On to the next one. It's just the most boring formula. But the thing is, you have to see through the bullshit. You have to see through the Pied Piper thing that they put on to realize this is the most boring shit ever. That shit is super boring. But people like drama and making fun of people and bullying, so, it's fun. It's not. It's actually super fucking boring. There's nothing of interest over there. Who cares what Ethan Ralph did today? Who cares what Cog did or Beardson did on a fucking stream? Who cares about Nerds on the Go? Are you fucking kidding me? It's the most boring shit you could possibly make content on. And that's their fucking repertoire. That's what they do all day. Put me to sleep. Give me a pillow. Oh my God. Anyway, we've got Javi, Nobody the Hate Monger, with a $2 super chat says, why are you trying to hurt the casino with slander? I'm not trying to hurt the casino with slander. I'm speaking facts. The problem is too many people don't understand the difference. All I'm doing is factual observations, right?
You got some idiot named DSP who's a total piece of shit, by the way. I like to get that on YouTube, but